tonight. And we're going to watch Nadjib Kawkab and Mochy something or other from Japan. I've heard of Mochy, and we all know who he is. He needs no introduction. He's the #1 giant, clearly the best player in the world right now, or everybody's pick for the #1 giant. And Nadjib, I don't know, but Toby does. So Toby, tell us a little bit about Nadjib.
Hi Phil, hi watchers, I'm happy to be here again. Nadjib is a very nice fellow, he's a dentist. He employs something like 32 people. And he's from the beautiful city of Düsseldorf. He fell in love with the game a couple of years ago. And since then he improved heavily. And as a success this year, he won the second super jackpot in Monaco.
And I understand that he also is originally from Afghanistan, from Kabul. He was born in Kabul, but pretty much raised in Germany. And he considers himself a German national at this point. Okay, I'm going to give them the go-ahead. I hope you don't get thrown off by Mochy's bad plays. Just listen to me and ignore what he does, and you'll learn more about backgammon. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to tell him to go ahead and start.
Okay. So, not much to see at the moment. They're having a brief chat. It's a 13-point match.
This is the mega jackpot, by the way. It's a $2,000 entry. And what do they have, 16 players or 32? I think they had 16. And then there's 32 players in the $1,000 jackpot. It's the same exact prize money, but twice as hard to win. Mochy got knocked out pretty early in the main event here, and that happens sometimes. Tobias came in third in the tournament, which is very good, but right now he doesn't feel like that's very good.
One thing to say, we got a little bit of a position right now, and what I saw, the 4-3 opening, yeah? 4-3 is one of the roles which changed over the years, yeah? Like when I started the game, it used to be right to come down from the midpoint 13-10 and go 24-20. This used to be state of the art in the early 90s, late 80s, yeah? And then later with the bots, they figured out that instead of 20-21 is better, and 13-9. And only recently, yeah, there are new studies and they show that the most efficient play, at least if it's not a special score, is 2 down from the midpoint, yeah. And I think these things are interesting. So even at the first moves, there is a development with the development of the bots, yeah.
I think the biggest change in the opening moves and the development of the bots is the 5-3. When I learned this game, you were considered to be a beginner if you made the 3-point. You were supposed to bring 2 down. Now the bots show that that's a blunder. The other change that we see that's really big is the 6-4. Used to be really idiotic to make the 2-point, and now it's very close. And at some scores, particularly Gammon Go, that's right. So even the opening moves have changed. The bots have changed the game quite a bit.
And actually with Snowy, which was the best machine before Extreme, yeah, the 6-4 changed with every version, yeah. Yeah, like the first version, Snowy 1 was like to run, Snowy 2 was like to make the point, and Snowy 3 was then 18 and 9. Yeah? So or even only by a little, but still every version had a different starting move. Yeah.
For those of you who may not be knowledgeable, the machine that we all use right now is Extreme Gammon, www.extremegammon.com. It's better than any human. Mochy will tell you that overall he doesn't beat it. It's not perfect, but it's better than any human, and it's a great learning tool. And if you're serious about the game, you should get it. And when you get it, it asks you where you heard about it, from the internet, from a friend, or from Phil Simborg. So you can guess what I would recommend. Okay, we are watching the chat, by the way. Anybody who's watching live, if you have any comments or questions or insights, we're happy to look at that and share it with the crowd. Okay, I really like this game because it's a little complicated. It's fun.
Yeah, quite something happened. What we can see, Red has two more checkers back, yeah? And now they both get hit. At least he's looking at it. What are the alternatives? Mochy could also make the 11 point, yeah? He doesn't have to attack. Usually it's not right to blitz behind the anchor. And 11 point looks like a good. He could also just move the blot from the 17 to the 9, which is a little bit passive. But also, if he makes his outfield point, it's a little bit stiff again. He's up in the race and maybe blocks himself, but I would say this is the best at the moment. Yeah.
He's clearly up in the race, so he doesn't really need to play a hitting game.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, a couple hours ago, I attended the quiz, Mochy's quiz. He had 8 very difficult problems. One person got 7 out of 8, proving he really is a giant. Amir Shregi had the highest score. Thomas Tenlin tied for second with 5 of the 8 right. I asked afterwards if there was an award for getting them all wrong, and Mochy said no, so I didn't turn in my answer sheet. But it was a very tough, interesting quiz. And by the way, every problem on the quiz Mochy had gotten wrong in real life.
But of course, he was not aware at the quiz factor because he was just playing it over the board.
Right.
So he made his natural moves.
Right.
The others who made the quiz were aware that there's something special to think about.
8 problems that the best player in the world got wrong was certainly interesting, and I didn't feel bad because many of my mistakes were the same mistake that Mochy would made.
So
If he doesn't get hit here, this is big.
some decisive things happened here.
Yeah, this is decisive that whether he gets hit or not here is monstrous for this game. And I'm not sure when he doesn't get hit if there's not a cube.
So first of all, bringing the blot safe has no merits. He's losing the race, probably big.
Mochy is thinking about the cube.
But actually, maybe not so much. Let me see. This is 1928. 28, 20.
Well, there's more going on than just the race.
Yeah.
There's more
Actually,
going
the
on.
races. It was good to save this plot with for example, with a 5-5. Red would lead in the race. Sometimes it's intriguing just to see somebody has 4 men back. Yeah, you must really count the race to know what move is on. Yeah, if you should cover the field and it doesn't matter to get hit, or if you still have hope with a big double, and also he can get still shots and he doesn't need this extra. I think it was a very good play by Nadjib.
Now, by the way, you're seeing Mochy take a lot of time on plays. He historically uses a lot of his time on the clock and often has very, very little at the end of the game when it's critical. I teach my students not to do that, but Mochy does it consistently, and of course, he must know what he's doing. He's the best.
So my thesis with Mochy's habit is that he wants to get the right start. That his intention is have the right setup to start the game with. This is why he invests a lot in the beginning moves. And once he has a setup, the game flows more or less. Yeah, he can maintain his rhythm with less time, but he just wants to make sure he has the right mindset up. He's not overlooking something. He's not in a. He just has the right setup for the game. Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself too often. Sorry.
And by the way, we have learned that the first couple of moves of the game are really critical. For one thing, even if you're making a 2 or 3% error according to the computer, you're going to make that error thousands of times a year.
Yeah.
So it's very important to get them right.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of general misperceptions. Like we are using a couple of terms people invented in the days where we had like a zillion back games. Yeah, so many not diversify, but put chapters on backgammon like opening, beginning, mid game, yeah, end game. Yeah, to me, I figured out that usually backgammon is only about like 20 sequences in general, and half of them are bare off. So actually, there is no time to be on standby. What's called mid game is actually. Or opening is already all backgammon. This is like that's all the fascinating stuff. It's not like something.
You know, I almost understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a little bit. It's not like a written book, but you get a little bit of the picture. You,
I think
yeah.
a little bit is the right answer, yes.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Well, so I had a revelation myself about 5 years ago that a tremendous amount of your game is played against a holding game or when you're in a holding game. So I think it's critical to master that type of game. There are 11 different game situations that we've identified, but this clearly, for example, is a holding game. And most of the time you're playing in a holding game. Hey, this is a cube that a lot of people wouldn't give. I really think a lot of people would miss this cube. But he's winning the race. He doesn't feel he's going to leave that many shots. And now that your opponent's board has crashed, even if you leave the shot, you're in pretty good shape. I'm not sure I would have given that cube. How about you, Toby?
This would be a position cube as well.
I would have missed it, I think. I honestly think I would have missed it. It looked too brittle to me. But the fact that there's a thrown away checker on the ace point, on Nadjib's ace point, and a crash board, that favors highly for if Mochy gets unlucky and leaves the shot, he still has a reasonable game.
So it's like a reversing trends. Yeah, Mochy has some positive things ahead. You know, like basically he has no really bad roll the next sequence, and for Nadjib it's very hard to improve. Yeah,
And Nadjib's 6s and 5s are not going to be too much fun going forward.
right. But also some couple of small numbers like. I don't know, 4-3 or even nothing so tasty. I mean,
but Nadjib grabbed the cube pretty quickly. I guess I think I'm pretty sure I would have taken because I wasn't sure it was a double. Reverse Wolsey's law. But
I think the only number which would have left a shot is 6. Yeah, so it's a pretty solid position first of all, and it's very hard for Nadjib to improve unless he rolls a double. Yeah, what will he play? I mean. He can only, naturally he would leave like from the 5 point because the bar point has more control, yeah?
Well, you're making an assumption that I'm not sure a lot of people would get right. A lot of people would leave from the bar point here. If they roll a 5-4.
So the most effective way to hit is like the 6-away contact. So you don't want to break the 6-away contact.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, I predicted a 5-4. Let's see what happens. You're saying you should come off the 5 point, especially with those two blots.
Absolutely, yeah.
And look at this. I told you a lot of people don't know that concept, didn't I?
First of all, he's looking at options.
I'm betting he makes this play. Most people like to keep the back point, and he did. See, they don't know what you know about this game. Nadjib's defense, he has not been playing backgammon that long. Toby's been playing for more than a year. Play. Don't hit it all. With the two blots outside, most people are going to hit and cover. Mochy's thinking, well, do I really need to take that chance?
Well, first of all, he's looking at options.
Right. Mochy does look at options. Yeah.
Mochy is not making a move just because he set it up, you know.
Right. But he did hit and cover. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Wins more gammons as well as more games, I think.
Yeah, and he's not enough up in the race to just let the shot go.
This is an obvious play. You stay back, just run with one. You don't come out because you're losing the race. He hopes to get more shots.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he can hear you. How much is he actually down?
How can there be any more than playing safe here? I don't understand.
I don't actually think that Nadjib is much down here.
Yeah.
It could have been also like all 3 out to the 15. At least, you know, you have to count the race to make your choice. Yeah.
It's looking more and more like a take.
Mm-hmm, absolutely, but
oh, that's a great roll for Mochy.
Mochy didn't roll great. He rolled like average, and Nadjib didn't hit, but entered right away and also rolled double five. So, I mean, he entered with double five. If it like calling average sequences, I would say the sequence goes a little bit towards Nadjib.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And in a holding game, usually there's shot and racing equity. And if you haven't won the race with double five, you need a lot of shot equity.
Well, now Mochy's got the
Doesn't
shot
look like-
equity.
Yeah.
He's got some pick and passes, and
2-1, 3-1, double two, double
I'm
three.
not sure I would have come off the acre there. She's winning the race enough.
I think this is one of his worst.
Yeah, he couldn't hit
Yeah.
and cover.
He couldn't hit, and it's also not great for the race. All the small numbers, all the small sequences were hitting and cover, and all the big ones were way better for the race. But still, he is up.
May as well run. He's not going to get a shot for at least one or two more rolls anyway. So
Right.
staying only gives Mochy an option of pick and pass.
Yeah, not many rolls for that, but why you want to give him any?
Right. That, I wouldn't call it the oops.
You would call it what?
The oops.
What?
I said I wouldn't
What?
call it the nail in the coffin. It was pretty good, but then boom, double six.
What?
Open mouth and third foot. How can he roll double six just as I was about to say Mochy's in great shape?
Yeah, you remember the double fours you predicted?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It happens all the time. Here it
Kazuki.
is, and here it was. Yeah.
Poor Kazuki
Yeah.
lost with only double fours when it cost him the match and he rolled it.
Yeah.
But I consoled Kazuki telling him it's going to happen to him a lot more. Trying to make him feel better. He's a young guy. It's going to happen to him a lot more before his life is over. Don't feel too bad. It's going to get worse. He's in the game. One big double. One big double. He's
And
in
maybe
this
not
game.
even two aces also.
How about a 3-2-1?
Yeah. 3-1, would it be immediately?
The one
Yeah.
hurts. The one really hurt there.
Yeah. If there's no 3 for Nadjib and an ace for Mochy,
Wow. An ace from Mochy now, and it's going to be a recube.
oh,
Oh, that's why they call him Mochy. That's why they call him Mochy.
because of the double fours?
Yeah, my question is, if he rolled an ace there, would it be a recube? I think it would be. He still has a miss on the 2. I think it's a redouble take if Mochy rolls an ace. That would have been interesting to see. I remind you on the chat to hit the like button so more people will find this in the search. And also, we look forward to any comments or questions you have.
We have a question here from Mochy. Mochy's in the room.
White checker is very difficult to see for my eye. Can I change it to black?
But the black checkers are very difficult to see for the audience.
Yeah, they get
This is
lost
why
on the
we
blue.
changed
They
it.
get lost on the blue
Yeah.
lines. But it's more
It's
important.
very,
wait a minute, it's more important for Mochy
yeah.
to see the checkers.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
So change it.
Yeah.
I think it's more important for the players to be
Yeah, I
happy.
agree
If
with
they
you.
could find like different color, like
Yeah.
I don't know, blue.
See, the black on the blue, sometimes Mochy, you can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's.
But if you're having
I
trouble-
never, I usually don't say something like this, but
Yeah.
it's like.
I am in favor
Yeah.
of the players being happy.
Sorry, thank you.
Make the change you want. If it's a little hard to see, that's tough. Mochy likes the black checkers. We went to the white checkers because sometimes the black checker gets lost on the blue points, but Mochy's not having trouble with the whites. Maybe it's the reflection of the lights, but I think it's good enough. I think you can see him pretty good. Mochy is very, very congenial guy. He very rarely, like you said, he very rarely complains or has a request, and why not say yes to the #1 player in the world? It's an honor that he even comes to our tournaments. And he gives these lectures and shares his knowledge. He has a great new book out. I highly recommend it, with him and Mark Olson. It's called What Would Phil Simborg Do? and then do the opposite. It's a very good book. You can find it on Amazon.
Chapter 2 asks to use the dreidel.
Actually, you can find it on the Nile, not on the Amazon. Floating in the Nile. All right.
Talking about great books, there's another great book out recently. It's by François Tardieu, yeah, and it's also in English. And you can get it from Carol.
Carol or Roberto Litzenberger, I was told, also has it.
Right, or when you're in Europe, just try the France Federation or contact Julie Talbot.
I just ordered the book because you told me it's good, and if it's not, I'm going to blame you.
Of course, yeah.
We miss Francois. He's one of the great players of the game and hasn't been playing for a few years. It's funny that he would write a book after he retires.
You know that actually François told me when I met him in Monaco that he likes to look at your problems you're posting on Facebook.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I told him 80% is double take, and he started laughing.
You know, that's true. It is
I
true.
know. I think you want to encourage people of take.
Don't tell my secrets. Come on. You're hurting my money games right now. By the way, they're all passes. I just post them as double takes. I lie. I just have my own way. I roll out XG backwards.
Yeah.
There's a backward button. Most people don't know where it is.
So there's always great content on the Facebook side of Phil Simborg. And another Facebook site I really like to recommend is Lila Lionheart. She also posts really good positions. Yeah.
Boy, I sure loved when Lila lived in Chicago. We played a lot. She was just terrific. I actually learned a lot from her. And at one point she had to be one of the very best lady players, or probably still is one of the best lady players in the world.
I think she doesn't like to hear that because she wants to be perceived as one of the best players.
Well, sorry, Lila.
So for her, like things like a ladies' prize is very controversial. Yeah.
She can play with the men. There's no question about it. There's no sexual leaning in this game. There's no reason why any woman can't be as good as any man.
Yeah, and Kiko gave proof to it. She's 2 times world champion. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
She's a
beat her.
terrific
I beat her
player.
at Pineapple Bluff, Gavin, once.
Ah, okay.
Once.
Yeah.
Okay, don't you make the 9-point, or you might make the 11-point to block because you're losing the race.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
best block is 6 away.
Yeah, I think you do make the 11.
Mm-hmm.
If you were winning the race, you'd make the 9-point. You just try and bring it home.
And now there are like 3 options. Yeah, well, you want to keep the 11, I guess. So either you play 8 to 6 or 4 to
I
2.
keep the spare on the 8-point just because I feel like I might need it. This is my play.
Mm-hmm.
I think I taught this play to Mochy a few years ago.
Ah, and he remembers.
Yeah, he remembers. It's like an ace-point or a 2-point. Personally, I make the ace-point because it gets rid of the blot too.
Yeah, that's a very good aspect. Yeah.
It leaves me more spares
Yeah.
to play.
You want to get rid of the blot because sooner or later you might have to run and you don't want to have 3 blots around. Also, you want to strengthen your board.
That was my play.
And all the other spares are placed very well. You don't want to use them for anything. They are just on the right spot.
Watch Mochy make the ace-point here.
Okay, I will watch him.
No, Mochy, come on.
What?
Mochy.
Wait. Oh,
Come on.
you didn't tell him this move?
That's your first Simborg blunder.
Yeah.
A Simborg blunder is what I call a blunder.
So actually, when you make the ace point, the spare on the 6 is probably the most valuable spare. Yeah.
Ah,
So this is why he decided against it, and I think he improved his position.
talk about improving your position.
Yeah.
He's winning the race. He should keep going, shouldn't he? Or is he winning the race? Yeah, he's
Is he
winning.
winning the race? He is winning the race. Yeah.
He
Keep
should
going. Yeah.
When you're up in the race.
Yeah.
Race.
Yes.
This game is largely about identifying your game plan and sticking to it. Racing, hitting, blocking, or anchor game. Those are the four major game plans. It's pretty easy. You make the 3-point. Oh, it's a
It's
double
not
two.
so easy. It's
Double
not
two.
so,
I'm sorry.
it's not so easy.
Double
yeah,
two. Yeah,
yeah.
well, this is easy. You make the bar and come in.
Right, make the barn come in, yeah.
Yeah, that part's. I thought it was a 2-1.
Yeah,
This is pretty much forced.
yeah. 6-3, by the way.
Well, if you give up the 11 point, you are giving up outfield control, and that's why Mochy's looking at this other play. One is a crashing play, and one is a give up outfield control play. Okay? You don't want to do either, but you have to pick the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, I liked his 3. He was also considering to make the ace and leave a blot on the 11, yeah? Like keeping a little bit control if he rolls well, usually he doesn't want to
Yeah.
run with an ace anyhow. So
There's a lot of hidden covers
it's
if you leave
mostly
the blot.
it's mostly a victim, and he saw that, and this is why he made that move. Yeah.
Too many hidden covers with that blot.
Yeah. The trouble is now he really wants to hit, and yeah, now he has the 2 blots. Yeah.
He's going to hit anyway if he
Yeah.
can.
Of course he does.
If he rolled an 8 or a 10, he would have hit. Now he's going to cover both blots.
Yeah. Yeah. Then he has to give up the 6.
I think he will.
I'm not sure because it's very powerful to have a 5 prime.
It's also powerful to save a 6, so you're not forced out. Ha ha!
Uh-huh.
One for Phil.
One for Phil. Okay. I think it was also a distribution problem because it goes all the spares stand on the 3-point. This is not what he likes. If
Right.
that wouldn't be the case, maybe he would have decided to have close board, and he
the
goes
10.
ahead.
This is the big roll right here.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
he doesn't roll a 6,
This
it's
roll
over.
decides the game.
If he doesn't roll
That's
a 6,
my prediction.
it might be too good if he doesn't roll a 6. Is it too good?
No, it's not too good.
5s and 2s?
No.
It's
No.
not too good because if you
No.
close the board,
Yeah, you roll double 4, you roll double 3.
then you lift the blot.
Yeah, but you're still behind.
What do you think he's thinking about? He's thinking about, I agree with Toby, Phil's full of junk, full of crap. It can't be too good. Toby was right. Maybe he can hear us, you know? Maybe he's got that microphone thing.
We should whisper.
No, he can't hear us. They're far enough away and the door's closed. By the way, do you think he'd listen to us anyway if he could hear us? If we had XG open, he would certainly listen. Maybe. That's from before.
Should I refresh it?
Yeah, if you can. Let Mate refresh it. Can you refresh the chat,
refresh
Mate?
it that we can see the chat?
I don't think we haven't seen any new
Because
chat, but
nobody is, or is really nobody responding to us?
No.
it's okay.
No, no, okay.
If you're watching and you can chat, say hello. We want to see who's there. Thanks. I know Alan Grunwald texted me and said, when the heck is the next streaming? And I intentionally say all the wrong things because I'm trying to mislead Alan because I play in a chouette on Thursday nights when I'm in New York. I want to mislead him as much as I can. So we had a
Mochy has a 6-3
We had
and
a 5-1 followed by 4-5 followed by 6-3. It's down and hit. That's my play. That's from my book. I'm pretty sure this is the play too.
this would be actually also a move I would think about. Do you know the move by heart, or is this just a pattern you recall? Or
I know the move by heart and by pattern. This is the right play.
so Mochy will make this play probably.
Well, there's a possibility that he's thinking because of the score, you make other plays. But the play that I know is for money or 0-0 at 3-0. Maybe it does change.
So what's the alternative? Alternative would be probably going to the 14.
This is the right play. This is right from my book, which I haven't written yet, but I'm working on it. This is a come in and hit and make the 4-point play.
Make the 2-point probably.
Nah, I make the 4-point.
Hitting both with another blot in the outfield. He would have 2 checkers on the roof and he can aim for another one. So
Please don't ruin my argument with logic.
okay.
Double 6.
So Nadjib is 3-0 down.
I
He's
know I'm
aiming at
taking-
another blot.
I know I'm taking
2
it.
men on the roof. I would double this.
Particularly against Mochy, you want to double gammonish.
I mean,
Positions.
you have to imagine the development. You're bringing down. Oh, we have a player here saying, "Hi, El Negro. Who are you?" And well, since Mochy has 2 checkers in the bar, he just could bring two
Yep.
spares down, right? And
Very good play.
Mochy enters.
With both.
And now he has a lot of pointing numbers, right? He was a small dog to enter with both. Oh, and this is huge. Look at that.
And then hit loose
Yeah.
on the 3.
I mean, why didn't he?
And
Yeah.
hit loose on the bar. Oh, he get 2 more checkers.
And he didn't think about doubling
double?
before.
Well,
he thought about 2 rolls before, but not the
This
roll
was a
before.
super joker. Come on, Toby. I'm not sure it was a double.
I'm not sure either, but the question is, when you want to use a cube, yeah, and it's always, when you have the initiative, and the other guy, he's like 40 pips faster, and he has like 11 checkers in the zone, and Mochy has no anchor, so there's a lot of points to think about a double. Yeah.
What about now? He thinks he's too good?
It could be. It could be. It's. Would you like to take this? This looks clearly like a pass to me.
Yeah, I think if I roll this because it's too good.
Yeah. This is one of the worst.
Well, you still cover.
Yeah, but you can't.
Then
You
make
can't
the
hit
20.
anything.
You cover and make the 20, or you cover and make the bar.
Is it necessary to make the anchor? Why would you make the anchor?
Okay.
Why would you make the anchor?
Now Mochy anchors
Yeah.
with the 4 and hits.
And now,
Maybe he weavered him. Maybe now he got it. You guys get him to take. A weaver is when you could double them out, but you wait until he could take.
so we have another watcher. Tapio is with us. Hi, Tapio. Aces. He didn't double. He didn't double for his own reasons.
I think he thinks he's too good.
Well, certainly after double 1. Certainly after double 1. I can see the 2 good here,
Oh.
maybe. There's still a lot of moves to do.
Yeah, he's gonna pass.
Yeah. So this is also a kind of trick, when you thought your opponent had a long time a double, yeah, and he might be too good now, Don't give him too much information. Just look at it. You have 12 seconds delay time, yeah, and make him feel good about his decision to double right now, Yeah. Don't just pass it right away. It might it might wake him up and say maybe could I have doubled earlier or things like that. Mihai, hey, okay, from Vienna, yeah, very talented new player, one of the best Austrian players.
He's new and he's one of the best. That doesn't say much for Austria.
Well, no, he had a good teacher, and he's studying very, very hard, and he also has a talent.
You should insult Austria that way, though, Toby. I thought you'd like the people in Austria.
By the way, for everybody, there's a great edit tournament coming up in Austria. 2 weeks to go. And Mate again will make the streaming and also offers his video service. for everybody who is interested. It's near Austrian second biggest city, Graz. And it should be very, very charming. It's 8,000 added. So if you think you want to go to Austria, just look at mark your calendar on chicagopoint.com and find the tournament.
And be in the New York Metro tournament. Don't forget, there's a great tournament in LA before that as well. A lot of great tournaments coming up. We really have to think. People don't realize how much we owe to these tournament directors. It's a labor of love. If they make any money, it's very little, and they're making $1 an hour for their efforts. And the work that goes into running a good tournament. Toby and I were co-tournament directors a couple times, working with Chiva.
Yeah, in San Francisco.
It's a hell of a lot of work for very little reward. So support your local tournaments, bring your friends.
And keep the game alive.
Keep the game alive. Well, I think the game is very much alive. It's growing very, very well. I'm pleased with everything I see. 6, he's not pleased with. I don't think there's a cube here. What's he looking at?
Well, he outboarded his opponent. He has builders.
I don't see a cube here.
Just let him look, you know. What
No,
does
he
it hurt?
can't look. He can't look.
What does it hurt?
That's it. I said no cube. He can't cube.
I mean,
Come on.
certainly he has an advantage,
No,
you know.
no, he
But
can't.
first of all, the cube is a bet. When you want to make bets, you want to make bets when you're a favorite. He clearly can say he's a favorite now, yeah. So he wants to sell the bet before he loses his market, yeah. So now he thinks what will lose his market, yeah. And actually not too many rolls.
Yeah, right. That's my point.
Yeah, pointing number and dance.
6-1, double 3, double 4.
So there are 9 pointing numbers for the, actually there are 10 pointing numbers for the 5 point. There's additional 4 numbers for the 4 point. And then the other points are less important.
I just
So-
think it just looks too early.
Yeah.
Especially when you're ahead in the match.
But I mean, you have 14 pointing numbers for the best points. You're up in the race, and this is actually he rolled one. Yeah,
You can make-
I think it
make
is
2 points.
It was actually score dependent. Maybe at 0-0, maybe he might have doubled, or
Yeah.
if he had a trailing score.
This is really a funny play. He can make the 5 point, he can make 2 interboard points, or he can do this.
Yeah, I think Wilcox would call it like bringing points to the builders.
Now, this is my play right here. This is my play.
Yeah, but so this it also has an when he makes this move, yeah, and he's prepared to roll on. He's prepared for a two good sequence. Yeah, if he makes the other move, it's more like a statement. He wants to double the guy out. Yeah, if he makes a 2 point, it's more like a double out position. So now he's looking, this is certainly better if he doesn't get hit to make the 4 point than the 2 point. With the 2 point, he less likely is to get hit. Now he's asking himself, what does the hits cost him? Yeah.
But only a 5-6 now hits. So
Now it's only a 5-6,
he's
right?
reduced the hit. This is the play I make if I want to double them out next time. Because the cube's in the center.
I
I
agree.
can double them out.
I agree.
This is a play I would make if the cube was already turned.
But actually, in a match, I mean, it wouldn't be a pity to play on, you know. And I think even after a hit, he would be able to double. This he has to figure out. Yeah.
By the way, this is something we haven't talked about a lot.
Yeah.
There are many plays that are different if the cube is turned or in the center, and this is one of those.
My top choice would have been to make
Me too.
2 points.
But he can still double them out now if he wants to.
Right.
I don't see how they can take now.
The question is, could he still be too good?
I don't see it. No, I can't see this being too good.
So I make a statement. I say there's no number that leaves a shot for Black. So Black doesn't have to leave any shot.
Yeah, but he would leave a shot if he rolled a hitting number, wouldn't he? I mean, if he rolled a 6-1, wouldn't he hit?
He could duplicate the force. Maybe he
Okay.
would. Yeah.
I think this is clear.
Yeah.
I think it's double pass.
Yeah, and probably we're looking at a 4-1 score.
See, I
now.
would put this on my Facebook page and tell everybody it's double take, but I know it's double pass. I've got 5,000 people on my Facebook page following, and they're almost all backgammon players. I'm very proud of the page. I get a lot of really good comments.
So it means you played Facebook to the final level. You
That's
can't
right.
take more than 5,000,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
I keep eliminating people I don't like.
I have to check if I'm still in.
Yeah, if you see that if I unfriend you, you know you offended me.
It's very hard to offend you, I know that.
I'm so used to being offended, yeah. In fact, most of the time I don't know when they're doing it. They say something nasty to me, I say, thank you. Okay, I don't like the split here. Splitting into stacks. I've been learned, of course, the alternative is bringing two down to a split. Fine roll. Hits and makes the 5. Couldn't roll much better than that.
On 2.
He's gonna,
Yeah. Yes, you have to hit.
hitting helps him unstack as well and takes away half his roll.
And also the fourth man back doesn't hurt him, gives him a good opportunity to make a good point himself if he doesn't get hit. And if he gets hit, the fourth man can also create a second anchor.
The very first thing I noticed when I started going to my first tournaments, I was originally just a money player in my real estate office. The first thing I noticed is how many chances the good players took, how often they would hit loose, how often they would take chances. I was playing way too safe, and I think almost all beginners do. It's all about risk and reward. You take big risks if the rewards are bigger.
And the more you learn, the more you understand that the safe play often is not the safe play.
Right.
Yeah. Because what doesn't leave a blot now often leaves a ton of blots later. Yeah.
And that's what I didn't know when I was a beginner.
So-
And now I play too wild.
Writing books about it.
Well, I'm writing articles. I haven't written a book.
Okay. But that's on your list, right? Writing a book?
Right. See, the reason I don't write a book, no, it's not on my list. It's very hard to delete a book. So when I write an article, if I say something stupid, I delete the article.
Ah,
I
okay.
can't delete a book.
Yeah.
That's a great shot. Hits and makes the bar, or do you hit twice? Make the
No,
bar.
certainly you
Yeah,
make the bar.
make the bar.
Yeah.
Well,
So this is one of the standard things.
I'm doubling.
Single checker likes to be attacked, and
I'm
multiple
passing.
checkers want to be primed. So just to know, this is your recipe. When you have a couple of your opponent's checker back, you prefer to build a prime.
Very clear double
Yeah.
pass.
Is it? I mean, this could be also too good. Why not?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Why is this not too good? I mean, also, I mean, it's a little bit, it's a big relief for Mochy. It's such a clear pass. He doesn't like to play this position, you know. He would spend a lot of time on his clock, and it could be too good. It could be a pass, but it's very difficult to turn it into a take. Yeah. So he could play with him a little bit.
Very good point. It might well have been too good.
Otapio made a great comment. Yeah. The gammon won't die. It's been around already for some time, few thousand years. He's right. Yeah. So there's a reason for that, right?
Yes, but it's going to get even better because in the last 100 years we found the doubling cube.
Yeah.
That's why I'm playing backgammon.
Yeah.
If I played Tavla, if I had to play Tavla without the doubling cube, I would go back to gin rummy or bridge. It's okay to play Tavla, but nothing compared to the game with the cube. In fact, I even use the doubling cube at golf and gin rummy. And when I shoot pool, we use the doubling cube. Speaking of the doubling cube, look at this. There's a double. You take? This is an aggressive double. I think this
This
is
is
a
a
take.
very aggressive.
Especially when
double,
you're
let me
leading,
see.
and he did it quickly because he wants him to pass. So that's why I take. He did it quick. He wants him to pass. Mochy's playing some poker
You
here.
think he is so sophisticated?
Oh, yes.
He really is, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah?
this man is as smart as anybody in backgammon. He's a
Sure, I'm not
brilliant
talking
guy.
that he's not smart, but I thought usually he likes to do the right action, especially when he is streamed.
He
yeah?
knows the chart of how you change your game based on how much better you are than your opponent. He knows if you double fast, you're more likely to get a pass. If you think about it a while, you're more likely to get a take. He knows every trick in the book.
Okay.
And see it work.
To me, well, well, I think it's just
I thought there was a
it's just
marginal
like on
double.
your it's just like on Facebook probably, you know.
Really, I wasn't sure that was a double at all.
Yeah.
Especially when
But
you're
we all
leading.
agree on the take, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you're leading in the match. I wasn't sure that was a double. Wasn't that great a position. Now what? Ugly, ugly roll.
So this is a scary position he doubled.
I
Huh?
slapped my 5-point.
This is the least shots, I think. No, the least shots is very, very ugly. This
Yeah,
is
go
playing
to
to
the
the
ace.
aces.
Go
You
to
can't
the
do
deuce,
deuce. You
yeah.
can't do it. Yeah, yeah.
No, I think you slapped the 5.
You slot the 5. This is what you wanna
Well,
do anyhow.
Is
Yeah.
there an argument for coming off the midpoint? I mean, coming off the 18?
No, not at all. Yeah. This is way too many shots. This is way too many shots. And I mean, you lose your insurance also when they got hit. So
Lose your insurance. I like that. I haven't heard that term.
yeah, it's. I mean, he hasn't cleared the situation after he got missed, and but if he didn't get missed, I mean, he lost really on ground.
But he made the play you called ugly. Sometimes the ugly play might be the best play.
Yeah, he gets hit anyhow.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
got
and now
that-
he has another blot, and
Yeah, I would have slotted the 5.
how happy is he is about his double now? How happy he is about his double now?
Oy, and a real ugly 5.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I slot the 3.
Actually, was 3-5 worse than dancing?
Yeah. It's either that or he goes to the 18. I mean, goes off the 18. That was my play, sliding the 3. Keep it structured.
Yeah.
There was. I said that.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was my play.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Well, that doesn't mean it's right. just 'cause
We had something like this in the quiz of Mochy, where you didn't do the double slot.
Right. But Mochy gave 8 positions in his quiz that he blundered. So he showed his 8 blunders.
Yeah. Maybe Mochy thought about his own quiz when he did this
Yeah,
move.
right.
Yeah. So the benefits of this move, if it works well, he can have an instant board, yeah, which he needs now that the contact is increased, yeah. Also,
I think the
almost
main-
all numbers cover.
I think the main benefit of that move was he didn't break the other points. He kept structure.
Yeah, and beside a 2, everything covers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now he
Ooh.
makes a point on here.
Make the 5-point. I make the 5-point.
Sure, you don't hit?
I don't
With
hit.
3 blots around?
No, I make the 5-point, just like Mochy's doing.
I'm not sure about that.
I am absolutely certain I would do one or the other.
You're doing one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other.
So 3 blots, you know, make you inclined to hit. Of course, a 5-point is a 5-point, but you know, when there's time to hit, it's time to hit.
Okay, one for Toby. You got this one right, according to Mochy. The world according to Mochy.
this is a great title.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world according to Mochy.
The game according to Mochy. That would be a good title for a book for Mochy.
So this was very huge. I mean, Mochy
This is the bad roll,
danced.
though.
Mochy danced.
This is a very bad roll, though, to follow up for Kajib.
It is.
Doesn't do nothing.
He could duplicate 3s and run out. He could make the deuce point. No, he can't do that. He can't do that. He needs a point in the outfield. I think I would run to the 15.
I like this play. This is my play.
Yeah, but it just doesn't. I mean, he doesn't like to get hit, and this is way too many shots. I
It's
think.
connectivity.
And 3 blots.
It's connectivity.
Well, if you're on the bar, this is not the connectivity you want. You know.
Ah, I see.
You want the connectivity when you can play your moves.
Ah, like this 1-6.
Yeah, I mean, now he hits, but he has still 3 blots around.
Yep.
If he hits another time, he has accomplished something. He only needs to get 1 miss.
Ooh.
3-2.
No question what I'm doing, making the higher anchor.
Yeah, this
I
is
think
my
that's
idea
more
too.
important than the
Yeah,
point.
Yeah.
Make that point.
Yeah, if you would make a point, you would make the 11 point, but the anchor is more important.
11
Of course, the anchor is also a point.
I
But
think it's very important to make the butterfly point. According to Mochy, that's the butterfly point, the 3 point.
because you don't necessarily hang on to it for too long. This is
Uh-huh.
why he calls it the butterfly
Right,
point. Yeah.
Right.
I like the creation of these names. Yeah, it gives you.
Oh, I love it. Double tiger getting off the mountain, double falcon.
Yeah. It's very easy to keep them in mind, and
Yeah.
it also creates immediately a picture.
And a new term I just heard this year is the rack.
The rack.
The rack. Having your 6, 5, and 4 point is the rack.
Uh-huh. Ah, I think this is not such a new term. I heard that before. Yeah.
It was new to
I
me.
didn't recall it, but
Really?
I heard this a couple of years ago
Oh, you
already.
did?
Yeah. Maybe it's recoming. You know, it's like
I like it.
yeah.
It just, instead of saying he's got a 6, 5, and 4 point, I can just say he's got the rack.
Also, I think Falafel used to say a powerhouse. 6-5-4 powerhouse.
Ah.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's a big roll. This game has really, really swung in the last couple seconds here.
Yeah,
Really swung. Mochy has just rolled his lights out.
yeah. We blinked for a second, and the game is almost over. Yeah.
Wow. He was in
So
trouble.
you see, you can never sleep at backgammon. Yeah.
He was
You,
in trouble a few minutes ago. Well, it can turn around again in 2 seconds, too. That's what we love about this game. This is
yeah.
not productive.
It could turn, but not so easy.
I think it is better to make the bar because you can barrel them in easier later. Instead of having the gap, you're not trying to hold them. I would make the bar.
It could also be just 10-6.
I like the bar. Again, getting rid of that gap later is a real asset.
Basically, you want to bring your man in. It's a bear-in position for Mochy. Why not play it poor and pure and bring the man in? A bear-in position means you want to bear in. See?
Uh-huh. Hear you.
Is this another 1-0 for me?
No. This is 2 points for you. I would have bet against it. You didn't give me time to bet.
Yeah. I'm so
I
stupid.
didn't consider that play.
I'm not a bad player, but I'm a very bad hustler. I miss all these bets with you.
You're a great player. And the best hustler I know is one who says he's not a very good hustler.
It means you have to you have to pay attention.
The dumbest
You
hustler
have
I
to
know
pay
is the one who
attention.
says I'm a real good hustler.
No, that's a good saying. I mean, you know, like when a guy says I'm the greatest player, you know, you would always play him. You know, you think he's so full of himself. How good can he be? You
I'll
know?
tell you, my
All
favorite,
the-
my favorite opponent is the one that says, "Oh, I don't believe XG." When I hear that, I say, "You know, I think you're right. What time would you like to play? For how much?" You're right. XG's full of crap. Let's play. Show me. I love those guys. So, 6-6, 5-5 is ugly. Trying to figure out what doubles really hurt.
Yeah, probably he knows it better, but I wouldn't like to be 6 away from his point. I mean, like 5-6 leaves a shot, 4-6 leaves a shot, because you have to bear in with the other number, and he has no spare on the 6 now.
Uh-huh.
I would say Mochy made a mistake on that one. Yeah. But maybe this is also something I don't know. Maybe
Well, you didn't look
he
at
thought
the-
about something I didn't.
You didn't look at the downside of the other plays. There, you named
Which,
some
what downside?
of the other plays?
He's leaving 4 shots with his play. What could be the downside of the
Something
of
that
the
leaves 5
safer?
shots. Come on. Isn't 5 shots worse than 4?
Yeah, but the play I wouldn't have played with the 5 shots either. You know. Yeah. Doesn't Matt say leave no shots is the best move? Yeah.
Not always. Especially when you have an opponent on the bar, you do all kinds of, you do leave shots, by the way, intentionally.
Yeah, for example, sometimes you leave a blot on the 6 to make the 2-point.
Right,
This is a very common thing. Yeah.
right. Okay, you might have been right. It was hard for me to say those words.
You may be right.
Maybe right.
I may be crazy.
Okay,
Billy Joel.
Mochy must think he's probably got the gammon anyway to make the clear the 6 there? Not to peel?
I think you want to clear a 3 away as soon as possible. You know, against the 3-point, you like to clear the 6-point as soon as possible. Yeah. And then you want to be aggressive
But
again.
he sacrificed some gammons by not taking a checker off.
Right, but this is
Again,
probably a known pattern. Here I would go with him actually.
Wow, that's 2 plays in a row where he could have peeled.
Yeah,
He's got the gammon anyway.
yeah, it looks like a shitload of gammons.
Here's another one where he could peel.
Yeah, now he will peel. 5 off.
'Cause what else
I
is there?
bet you.
What else is there? What else is there?
Right.
Anything else is so
He's still
ugly.
looking.
Okay.
Yeah, 4-1 and 2 off. This is
It was
also.
like he didn't want to peel. He's trying so hard not to peel.
Yeah. Peeling is not appealing to him. By the way, you had a great peeling this week, right? Here in the spa at the
Oh
O'Leary
yeah,
Resort.
that was a thank you for that. You bought me a nice spa. What was that? That thing they rubbed on my skin and exfoliated all my skin. They gave me a massage.
I think it's called hammam.
Hammam.
Yeah,
I never had that.
Scrub or
And
something
then they
like
covered
this.
me
Yeah.
with soap bubbles and rubbed me down
Yeah.
everywhere. Wow, was that nice? It's very nice. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you were complaining we have no bathtub, so I thought this is I have to get you something.
Yeah, I love baths and we only have a shower. But I'll tell you, this hotel is spectacular and the service here is amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the food.
Very kind people work here. Very,
I had
very
dinner
kind.
tonight with Nesvat and with Svobodny, and these guys know how to eat. Nesvat's a gourmet chef and owns a restaurant, and he was saying how great the food is here. And so was Svobodny. They had seconds on the paella. It was so good. Oh, but there's a backgammon game going on, and he might win that gammon anyway. What's happening here? Shaking. Maybe the dice went on the floor.
Yeah, looks like.
So he really didn't have the gammon anyway, but he was playing more safely.
Yeah.
I would have
And
peeled
look
much
what
more
he got.
aggressively.
Yeah. But would you have gotten the gammon?
Maybe,
Ah. Or maybe you would have left a shot. This could be also.
maybe.
Maybe.
But I didn't see playing the safe as Mochy plays there.
Yeah. So this is a thing, it's very hard to measure consequences just by looking at a position because there's a wide spread. I mean, a consequence, a sequence could go like have a spread of 1,300 possibilities. Yeah, not quite as much because there are many moves do the same. So it's a little bit less, even though it's 36 rolls square, but it's not like all these 36 rolls are all different. Yeah, it's like you have a couple of sevens which do the same thing, or so they are groups. So the sequence is not so spreading.
Mochy was right about the gammon.
Yeah,
He was right. There's no way he wasn't going to get a gammon.
yeah. If there's no double 5 or double 6,
Ah,
and there's not. No, he was right. Yeah.
that's a big win for Mochy. You get
Yeah.
4 points there. Going up 8-2 is huge.
Yeah, so sometimes you look at a position and you want to cover it up with logic, but it's very hard to use logic, when there's a variation spread of 1 in 40,000 or 1 in a million,
So if you're not going to use logic, what do you use? References? I think that's it.
Experience is a kind of reference
Yeah,
also.
right,
Yeah?
right.
You have experience, and Mochy has probably played like 2 million games, yeah, and you start also getting a feel for the reasoning, in what positions, what is more likely, and what has more use, yeah. I mean, for no players, when you look at it, you look at it, nobody looks at a position and sees numbers, yeah. You always have to measure.
You have to create the numbers in your head, yeah.
Or at least, you see a picture where how to say it, you're trying to identify something you see what is similar to what I know, yeah, and what is the difference, and is the difference
wait,
dramatic?
Look at this cube.
Yeah.
I think this is quite early, but because of the score, it might even be a very good cube. I think it is a good cube at the score.
Oh, it's 2-8 already. Yeah,
I think it's a very good cube.
yeah.
I like that aggressiveness. And I like this play. Coming down doesn't give you much more of a builder.
On the other hand, especially all the cubes with a gammon thread are sexy. And with a 3-point anchor and nobody on the roof, there's no gammon thread.
It would certainly not be a cube at an even score, 0-0.
Yeah, but
that score, I loved it.
At 5 away, 11
Good
away.
for you, Nadjib.
Yeah.
I like that cube a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at 5 away, 11 away, it's a good aggressive cube, maybe.
If he loses 2 points instead of 1, it isn't that horrible, going from odd to even like that. It's not great, but it's not that horrible. So the downside isn't as bad as the upside. It's good.
And also, it's very hard for Mochy to redouble.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, when would Mochy turn the 4 cube? So basically, it's like he gets 0 recube Vic, and
Yeah, I would think the take point's close to 5 or 6%. So he's not going to recube until he's about 95%.
he's basically recubing to cube the opponent out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to cube him in.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Because whenever you cube it in, you see an 8 cube. Yeah.
This is not a great roll.
This could be a double falcon, maybe, huh?
That's 2 out from this. I think it could be. As a matter of fact, might be the right play. How about a single hummingbird?
A single hummingbird.
The only bird that can fly backwards, by the way, if you didn't know that.
Ah. And I thought it's the only bird who can stand in the air, or are there more birds?
I don't know about that, but it's the
Yeah.
only bird that can fly backwards.
Fascinating. So, I mean, you don't want to dump, you don't want to put the spare to the 2. So basically, the 6 is always 2014. Yeah, they are not. You don't. Mochy doesn't have many threats to
I
attack
think you
you.
nailed it. The double
Yeah.
falcon was the right play here. Take 2 out.
Could be also like it could be also like this, but I think the 6 out for sure. Yeah, and then think about the 5. 13-8 also has
This
merits.
hits in the outfield, but he's got to give up his anchor.
He
and
won't
have
do
lots
that.
of play. Yeah, he won't do that. Watch.
He will do it.
He's looking at it. I would do it.
4
It's
blots.
gammonish.
4 blots.
The alternative is to make your 2 point, which is not a bad alternative. Maybe you do make the 2 point. 13 to the 2. Okay, he did.
I mean,
Yeah, he saw you. He agreed with you.
4
Too many
blots outboarded with all these builders.
And you're a little bit playing gammon save at this score.
Mm-hmm.
You're sensitive to not give away best way for your opponent to get back in this game is to get a gammon.
So now it's either the 9 point or the hit. And with the hit, you have two options of a 5. Yeah. So he chose a 5 first.
You know?
Is this a common part? It's.
No, you're
I'm not
right.
sure this position has a common part. I'm not sure. So when you have like a decision to make where it's more than 2 candidates, the first thing you do is you narrow it down to 2 candidates. Yeah. If you have like multiple candidates, first try to figure out what are the 2 top
Yeah,
candidates.
it's easier to find the one you think is the worst than the one you think is the best out of 3. Yeah, I like that approach very much. But I see 9 candidates. Blurry? I mean, I think this is very reasonable.
Yeah, it's a little bit soft.
I think it's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big roll for Mochy. Very nice roll. Then I think you run out. Or out and down, I don't know. Guess you run out, yep.
Yeah, I guess so
Very
too.
nice roll for Mochy.
Yeah, you don't want to
That's
hang
good.
at the bar point.
And there's the reason why you didn't. He doesn't get hit this way. I think you just come out, baby. Now's the
Absolutely,
time,
absolutely. This is his move.
Right? 6s and 8s.
And again, this is like there's no real alternatives. Yeah, you're not happy with it because you know it's a lot of hits. Yeah, it's 17 is like 20 numbers, but he gets missed. But double 5 is a so and so roll. It makes a lot of. It's very good for the race. Yeah, it puts the spares and where you want them, and it plays for another point. And the race is way closer now.
I certainly played at the 11 here. He did.
Yeah, now is the point. Yeah,
6-1. Not
He's
good.
very happy to get missed.
Not good for Mochy.
He's happy to get missed.
I think you gotta
it's
keep
not
your
leave-
anchor.
Yeah, you're not leaving your anchor. Yeah,
That's right.
way too dangerous.
No matter what happens in this game, I really like Nadjib's cube.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a really good cube. Very insightful to double in a relatively early position because of the score and the position, the type of game.
I know that he's hard studying and he's very serious with backgammon and he's a smart academic. So
Well, also, he's a dentist. He's used to giving pain.
yeah, right.
backgammon's
That's a good concept for backgammon.
Right.
Yeah. Give pain to your opponent.
If there ever was a good description of a backgammon player, Mochy doesn't have a lot of
6-3
time.
could make the ace point, but also the
He's in
blot
the
on the
race.
board.
He's in the race.
With red's blot on the ace point, he could be inclined to go to the 13. What is exactly the race?
I
This
would
is
run, I'll tell you why also.
22.
It's going to be harder to run later, and he's going to be forced to run later.
22,
And I like racing when I'm holding the cube.
7, 7, 4. Mochy is down 18 before the roll, so it's 9 after the roll. Why not make the ace point? What's the benefit of running now?
I'll tell you why. If he makes the ace point,
Yeah.
nothing really happens to Nadjib, and he's going to have to run another roll or two when the ace point is made now. And it's just going to be harder to run later. Running is not a great game plan, but staying back and trying getting a shot isn't either. See, he ran. That's what I call running. 6-2.
So maybe, he has a close board and shoots at a blot now.
He is.
Maybe this is a position he likes better.
He is going to shoot at a blot now.
Yeah.
He is. Absolutely.
But I think it's only 3 shots. But 3 shots are almost like 10%. This is not that bad. It's not that bad because all shots are winning shots.
Play on if he hits this shot.
Absolutely, he could win a game, and not many, but some.
Do you split with the one or not? I think you do. think
I
it's-
would say first of all you play the 4 in.
Yeah, but I think I split with the one
Why would you do that?
because it's fun.
When 14 men attack you?
Split with the four.
Oh,
That duplicates,
oh.
doesn't duplicate anything.
I mean, he's still down in
Oh,
the
it duplicates
race.
the ones and fours to cover.
He's still down in the race. Is there any bad number for Nadjib if he plays like that?
I would rather split with the one than the four.
I can see a lot of sequences where he's not happy after the roll.
All right, I'm going to remember this position. I'm taking a picture of it with my phone because I'm going to ask Mochy about it later, what the benefit of splitting with the four is instead of splitting with the one. And Mochy will tell me. He could be wrong, but he'll tell me his reasoning.
Yeah, but first of all, we want to check if he makes his move at all.
Whether he does or not, I want to know the logic behind this play.
First of all, Mochy has to figure out the logic behind this play. And if he sees logic behind this play, he's able to explain it.
Okay?
Yeah.
He must see some merits to it or he wouldn't even be sitting there looking at it.
Well, he looks at awful kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, you're right. He does.
He's just a curious person.
Okay, no
He's a
split at
curious
all.
person.
No
yeah.
split at
That
all.
makes him so strong.
He decided on no split.
He's respectful and curious, and this makes him so strong.
Yeah, this is simple. It's the ace. Now Mochy's forced to run now after the ace point is made. That's why I like to run before.
So that's my move. I mean, there's still like there's 6-1, there's 6-4, there's 6-5. There are some pointing numbers. There are no closeout numbers. Basically, since you're in a losing position,
Well,
yeah,
double twos is a closeout number.
and also yeah,
It makes him waste though with these fives. All the
You're right,
fives
double
waste.
two.
So I like staying back. All the fives waste. And wasting is good.
he gained a lot in this sequence.
Yes.
He gained a lot in this sequence.
Six, four. I'm running. Run, baby, run. You're holding the cube. You're in a race. The cube gives you an extra 18%. Well, it
Yeah,
doesn't give you 18% here. because
Right,
it's
and now
three
with
cube
it-
big, it's very small.
Red just killed 2 checkers. So this is basically hurting his race. And 4-6 is really a running number.
Yeah.
Yeah. And being pointed on would be very painful because
Yes,
there
but
is some
again-
racing equity. Yeah?
But again, if he stays, how many rolls leave shots? 6-1, 6-4, 6-5. All the fives waste, unless except 5-1 and 5-2.
The point is, in this sequence, his position got better. He improved his winning chances in the race. Yeah.
Right.
So now it's a little bit different than before.
Right, so you have to weigh the race.
He has to
against
measure
the-
it. He has to measure
Yeah.
it. You know how much he gained, and will stick to the same decision.
He did.
Oh no, he accidentally pressed the clock. Something similar happened to me, and the gentleman Nadjib is he tells him this is not a legal moves tournament. The move could be finished after he hit his clock. Yeah.
Oh, point on him. Absolutely point on him.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah, it's just a
great
joker.
roll.
It's a joker.
It's a joker.
It's a joker.
Now Mochy's sorry he stayed. That's almost a joker.
Yeah. Now you stay.
Six one, 6-4 in the high doubles.
And double, you're right, but not double 5, not double 4, only double 6 actually.
Double 6, 6-5, double 5, double 4.
Yeah, but whenever you hit, your board is less effective, and you lose in the race. So it's a critical thing. I'm very curious about his decision. I wouldn't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure if you race, you lose. This way, you got some chances. Okay, so now he can run.
Right now he would, but now he's regretting his decision.
Oh,
you know?
sure.
Yeah. Would be already in. He would have had 2 men out already. Okay, let's not play results, but just to give the viewers a perspective, what could have happened the other way. Yeah.
This is right. Take the 6 off and go to the ace. It's better than going to the deuce and taking the 6 off.
Yeah, so you don't waste anything. Yeah?
Right.
Yeah. All pips given to you are valuable. Sometimes there are exemptions, but they're rare. They're exemptions, not the
And
rule.
now it is gin, isn't it? No, yeah, it's gin.
2-1.
That's the
2-1.
only roll that would keep it from
2-1
being
and
gin.
2-1,
It's
right.
the only roll that would keep it from being gin.
Oh, and here's the first double. Do we see another 2-1?
What a sequence that would be.
Oh.
Just enough.
Yeah, Nadjib really didn't deserve that sequence. I really didn't deserve that sequence. But it's exciting to see what's all possible. Yeah.
Oh, and we've seen it happen too.
Yeah.
I think it was 1/10 of 1%, and I saw once happen in a major
This
tournament.
is 2 times to 1 is like 4 in 1269 times
1264.
64 times.
Oh, please don't do this. Please. It's quarter to 11.
36.
This is my 3rd match doing commentary.
20.
My fifth day doing commentary. You do those numbers? Come on. Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
And I already just had a scotch on the rocks. All right, we got a little closer match. 5 away, 9 away.
So it's a 9-point match basically, with a 4-point lead for Mochy.
Which makes him about 99%.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, right.
I hear the Scotch out.
Right. First you make the 11, then you look. You make the 11 and the 4 and leave the blot. No, if you're winning the race, why you don't leave the blot, I guess. Yeah, slot the 11. You don't need the 11. You slot the 11 or dumb down. It's not important. The important thing was making the 11.
And by the way, Nadjib just beat in this super jackpot Mario Kühl, who was a finalist of Monaco.
Really? Not only was he finalist in Monaco, he won the super jackpot in Monaco too.
The super
The
jackpot,
super jackpot, and his PRs were incredible.
or the super bonanza as we call it.
Oh my God, he really showed me something. I said this when I was doing the commentary in Monaco. He's going to be high on my Giants list next year.
Mm-hmm.
He got beat was with some bad luck, some bad beats.
And I tell you one thing: if Nadjib can do it to Mario, he can do it to Mochy as well.
Anybody could do it to anybody in this game, just about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing. That's what makes it more exciting and fun. And that's why people enter these divisions. If it was chess, there would be 2 entrants. 2 best players, because everybody else knows they had no chance. It's all about the race here, and it's very close.
It was a 4-pip lead for Nadjib. Now he's 2 pips down on the roll. One of his worst. One of Mochy's worst. Both rolling 5 and under. That's a 6. There's small improvements, roll by roll. Small improvements. No improvement for Mochy.
Terrible rolls.
Nadjib is a small favorite. And this is the biggest so far.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Mochy tops him again. Alex from LA is watching us. He's not watching us, he's watching Mochy.
No, he's here to see me.
Yeah. He can't see you, he can only hear you.
He's here to hear me. He doesn't care about Mochy.
Yeah, but he likes Mochy's hand.
Alex is my buddy. He wants to see me. He wants to hear what I got to say. 3-2. Okay, we're getting close to where somebody might get lucky. That's my prediction. First joker wins.
First joker wins.
First joker wins.
First joker not re-jokered wins.
Yeah, right.
An unresponded joker. This is what we are looking for. Or this is what the players are looking for.
10's a pretty good roll.
Yeah. Oh, now Nadjib is getting into the area. Getting into the area. 5, 6, 1 pip up before the roll, I guess. Now it's 7. 2 out, none for Mochy. Mochy also 2 out, race is even. Deep on roll, 6-2, 3 men out. Mochy leading by 1 pip, but Nadjib got the roll. Nadjib is a favorite, but only very little. Right play. Take them out when you can take them out. So pip count is about even, but because Nadjib is on the roll, Nadjib is a favorite.
But Nadjib has an incentive to double a little bit sooner because of the score. So he's more likely to be giving the cube than Mochy.
So he's down by 2 pips now, Nadjib. And I don't see how this can be a double at any score.
Well, he's got one more checker off. That's a big thing.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he has a checker more off. He's only on roll. This is his only advantage, but he's down 2 pips. And he just rolled his worst. He just rolled his worst. So now Mochy is up 5 pips and has 1 checker more off, and Nadjib is on roll. Makes Nadjib a small dog, I would say, for 3. Take it out or the nice distribution? The nice distribution, yeah.
I would have taken it out. Wow, that's interesting.
But it's like he has no misses on 3, 6s, and 4s. This is also a EPC kind of thing, you know.
I don't know. I would have taken it off. I didn't know this play. I'm going to study that one too. God, I got so much to learn
All this homework. When do you do it?
while you're sleeping. Oh no, this is going to be a cube.
Now Nadjib is up 1 pip.
On roll.
Yeah.
6 checkers to 6 checkers. Double take. I predict double take. Especially because of the score.
The take is rather easy, and well, he's still
At this
He's
score,
down in the
at
score.
this score, playing Mochy, I double. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm not good in this.
Very smart, no double.
I'm not good at
I
this.
would have doubled in a heartbeat. You know, Mochy would not want to see that cube. Now it's even better to double.
Up 1 pip?
But
Yeah, it is
you have a
better. It is.
shorter
It
race.
is. Absolutely. It's
Come
way
on.
better. It's way better.
better.
It's way better. Yeah, I
It's
think.
got to be a double.
Yes, I would double here also.
It's like a 5-roll.
I'm with you.
5-roll.
I'm with you, Phil. I'm with you, Phil. At this
Oh,
score,
and you're losing.
at this
Sure.
score, would you double this in a money game?
In a money game, yes. Absolutely. I don't see an immediate recube. If I roll a 2-1. does
So
it
if it's a
recube
double
or
in
not?
the money game, it must be a very clear double at this score.
Absolutely.
Very clear double at this
I thought
score.
it was a double the last roll.
What about Mochy's side? What do you say, Phil?
I think I would do what Mochy does. See, when I shoot what I say, me too. If I'm like Mochy.
we had this in
See,
Chicago.
here's a 2-1. You won't see a recube from Mochy. This proves that it's a double. When you roll your worst roll and you don't get recubed, that tells you it's a double. Even in a oops, God, your boy, are they rolling bad?
Yes.
This is the rolling bad contest.
I mean, this is like a 20-roll payoff. When do you ever see
Finally,
this?
an almost normal roll. Wow. I really like Mochi's position here. Not anymore.
You do? You do? You can have
anymore.
it. You can have it.
Wow.
Take Mochy's position.
Wow. Wow. God, I've never. The average roll, the last 10 rolls has been like 5.
Yeah, I
Maybe
agree
6.
with you. Yeah.
Wow.
It feels like a 5 is one of the better rolls in
Yeah.
this payoff.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. 4. Lowering the average.
And playing to the 2?
I think the 2 is right.
Yeah.
He's wasting a 6 now. He wastes
Yeah.
a pip if he rolls a 6. Lots of people come off the 6 point, they don't realize that
Oh,
causes
so-
wasting.
Oh, look
There
at this.
it is. There it is. And he forgot to recube.
You're kidding. that was shocking, you know. That was shocking so quick.
Wow.
We were prepared for another 4-3 rolls, yeah, 3-4 rolls to see them, but
Well, that took his average to 8.
yeah,
Wow, that was monstrous.
yeah.
Clearly, though, I loved Nadjib's double. I thought
Yeah, me too. I think-
I thought he should have
yeah.
doubled a roll before. The odds are in that position. I'd say he's probably 74%. It was almost like a 5-roll, 5-roll. The way they were averaging was a 7-roll, 7-roll.
It
All right,
looks like they're going for a break.
Yeah, I'm going to put the break card out there and
Yeah.
stretch my legs a little bit too.
Yeah. Ja, das war ein beschissenes Bärhof, gell? Ja. Das war ein beschissener Bärhof, gell? Wahnsinn. Aber also, Phil war ganz begeistert von deinem Doppel, der hat dich ein paar Mal sehr gelobt, gell? Ja. Ich habe jetzt gar nicht so, das Mikrofon ist an.
I like your cube. I would have cubed the roll before.
Ja.
I like your cube. I like your style.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Good luck.
Wow, wow, wow.
Good luck.
Nadjib, wie lange macht ihr Pause?
Ähm,
Hat er was gesagt? 5 Minuten oder 10?
10 Minuten.
10 Minuten, gut. So they're going for a 10-minute break.
Yeah. By the way, a couple of years ago, I wouldn't say to him, I like your cube. It would be illegal to talk about the game between matches. They changed the rules that say you can actually coach people between matches. And between matches, between games, you can call timeout and go check your take points and check your cube. I can't believe you can do that, but I can see the logic because you can't really enforce it. If somebody wanted to go open their phone while they're in the bathroom and see what their take points are, you can't really stop them. So now they're saying it's legal.
It's like the change of the legal moves rule, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
quite a
can't
bit.
enforce it, then it makes no sense to put a rule on it. Yeah.
Well, it's hard, the legal or non-legal moves are both hard to enforce. It's really hard to say either way. But I think the idea of getting coaching between games, I find very interesting. I mean, look, even in tennis, they used to not allow coaching, now they do. Every other sport or game, the coaches are allowed, so as long as it's not in the middle of a game, I can see the logic. So I have a lot of students, I can coach if I could watch them play, and then if I see something wrong, I can signal them, they can stop and call timeout between games, and I can say, hey, this is post-Crawford, you should be doubling. I'm not sure I like that. You know, maybe, what if I got a student or a friend that's forgetting to double in post-Crawford, or forgetting that should be playing gammon go or gammon save. Now it's all legal to do that, so I guess the bottom line is it's fair for both sides, but I'm not sure I like that part of the game.
Yeah, yeah, right. Whatever applies to both sides is fair, and it's also common in others things, like for example, like in these big chess events, they also have like their coaches with them, right?
Yeah,
Between matches.
Between matches,
yeah.
Never during a match.
No,
though.
never during a
Never
match. That's
during a
right,
match.
but
We're talking about between games, which is in the middle of a match.
Yeah,
I can say,
there's a
hey,
difference,
you
yeah.
should start playing. You need to start slotting more. You need to, or you're too slow on the cube. I can start really helping them for that given match. That's a change that backgammon now has. I think that's very interesting. So Nadjib was just in here, and I just told him how I felt about his cubes. That's okay. I wouldn't have done it a year ago.
By the way, Alex writes us something. He says it was a no double, the last position.
Even at that score? Wow. Even at that score,
Yeah.
I'm losing, I'm playing wait, put in that it's Mochy that he's playing, Alex, and then tell me it's no double. This is where XG falls down. If I'm playing Mochy, I double there, so I would have doubled the roll before. By the way, there is a formula for that. If you add the formula, the difference in PR, I don't know what Nadjib's PR is, but I would suspect, you know, if he's playing really well, he's a 5.
I've seen a couple of matches with him playing below 4
Oh, really?
from
Okay.
Monaco, yeah, and
All right, so let's say he averaged 4.5. Mochy averages 2.5. So if there's a 2 PR difference, is it right to double it then? And the score is 9 away, 5 away. I think it's a double. I would prop that. I would prop that.
interesting.
I love the double. I think it was great. Well, tomorrow at 1400, we will have the finals. I'm not sure what else we're going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm sure we're going to stream some of this mega jackpot, especially if Mochy's still alive. We want to stream Mochy as much as possible because he's Mochy. I really enjoyed his quiz. He had 8 problems. I made a copy of it. If somebody wants a copy of that quiz, email me at phil@sim.org. It's my name, phil@simb.org. And I'll send you the picture of the 8 positions. And must have been, I think there were close to 200 people in that room, and only one got 7 right. It was Amir Shregi from Iran.
Very strong player, grandmaster.
Yeah. In second place was a 3-way tie. I don't know everybody who tied for 3-way with 5 right or 6 right, but I know one of them was Thomas Tenlin, who we also know is one of the top players in the world. But Amir really impressed me there.
1 away, 9 away. C
5.6%.
5.6.
Alex, explain yourself. What are you talking about?
He's what the pass would mean. I think no, 1 away, 9 away. What is this? It's a 13-point match, Alex. Did you? I think you got something wrong. 3 away, 9 away. Right? Yeah. 16. Yeah, it's a huge difference. Yeah. Actually, 3 away, 9 away, I think is like the lowest take point for the trailer in a 9-point match. if I recall it right. What do you say, Phil?
I
It's a good challenge?
I say that I have no idea.
Yeah. I think 3 away, 9 away is...
It's like the guy that comes up to me and says, do you know how many cheesecakes they sell at Lindy's? When he asks you that question, you know he already knows the answer. Don't make that bet. You saw guys and gals, Damon Runyon? My favorite line there is it was Marilyn Brando said someday, my granddaddy told me that someday a guy's gonna walk up to me and say that the Jack of Diamonds is gonna come out of his pocket and squirt orange juice in your eye. Don't take that bet. So I think you already know the answer.
Alex says 16% even. That low? I thought it was 17.
Huh.
But I don't want to challenge Alex. Yeah, okay. Maybe because, no, was it a dead cube? Not sure.
He said it was a wrong cube.
Yeah, but he got the score wrong.
Yeah, I think that is. I love the cube. I'll defend that cube till I die. Even if XG says it's wrong.
But
By the way, even if it wasn't Mochy, if I'm losing at that score, I would cube anybody. Like you said, I would cube it for money. It looked like a 5-roll, which is a bare cube for money, depending on the position. With 5 checkers, though, that could have ended up being a 4-roll.
Yeah, well, it was also misleading. I mean, we were following this pair off for like 20 sequences, and it felt like it's not a 4-roll or 5-roll. It's a 5-checker position. It's like a 4-roll position.
That's right. I was tired of watching him bear off.
For sequence.
That had to be one of the worst rolling bear offs I've ever seen until the end.
Yeah.
The end raised
Really
the
took
average
forever.
quite a bit.
The end raised the average.
Double 6. He was saving it for the right time. Although the right time would have been if he got a recube in first, but it would be almost impossible for Mochy to get in a recube, which is another reason why I like the cube. What sequence would there have to be for Mochy to get in a recube at that score? It would hardly ever happen. That's another reason the cube is good.
Yeah, just as you said, he's only doubling to double the guy out.
Right. And you double the guy out when he's got 5% maybe. Well, I took a picture today and I posted it on Facebook of the underwater backgammon championships. They play 1-point matches. Akiko, I think, won it one year. It's really cool to watch. Morton Howe, it was a double. It was right to double. Okay.
Thanks, Martin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The double was correct. Okay. That's what I've been saying. I thought
So
somebody said it was
you
wrong.
don't have to defend it until you end, you know. You can.
Wait a minute. This is the one time I was right. Let me keep going.
Yeah, no.
Come on.
Wipe it off your bucket list.
And it was
It's
a
already-
double to roll before as well,
Yeah.
just as I said. See,
You said you would double it the
I
roll
love you
before.
guys. Keep those comments coming.
Yeah.
In fact, you can repeat them if you like. The one time I'm right, I want to hear about it. If I'm losing by a bunch of points to Mochy, I'm doubling.
It was a roll before.
Yeah,
double
roll
as well.
before I was right.
Yeah, this is what you said.
Yeah, because I would have doubled for money. Somebody asked me a question. I showed him a position. I said, I double this for money. He said, would you double it if the cube was at 32? And I said, that's not even a valid question. You have to. Otherwise, you shouldn't be in the game, if that matters to you. But there is one time you wouldn't double to 64 if you're not sure you're going to get paid. That's when you might worry. You look across the table and you say, do I know this guy?
Yeah.
Am I going to get paid?
But if you have such a suspicion, maybe you shouldn't sit down at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can count on one hand the number of times I've been stiffed.
First dozen, second dozen.
Yeah, no. By the way, they were all by the
100,
same. They were all
200.
by the same guy. Wow, I should have learned something. We had in our shoe in Chicago. We had one guy. I won't say his name. He said, "Keep me in. I'll be right back." And he moved to Florida. I'm not kidding. I saw his car drive by about 20 minutes later. And we kept him in the shoe. But the good news is he does move to Florida, and I get a call from Florida about 2 years later saying, so-and-so is here. He used you as a reference. Should we let him in the game? I said, sure. Collect $375 for me and let him in the game. And he did. That's exactly what happened.
Oh, cool. That's really good news.
Yeah. But why would the idiot use me for a reference if he owed me $375 and he stiffed me? Crazy stories. Crazy things happen.
Really a crazy story.
Oh. Another time, a guy walked into, we used to play at the Third Coast Coffee Shop. You played there a lot with us when you were in Chicago. Guy walked in we'd never seen. He says, does anybody here want to play for $100 a point? I never saw the guy. I said, okay, I will. And that was a lot of money back then. We were usually playing for 10s and 20s back then. So I sit down and I play the guy. He doesn't know the game at all. He is a total idiot. All right, we're ready for you. Anyway, he's up 3 points on me right away. And he keeps playing and he ends up losing 5 points. And I said, look, I don't know you. I'd like you to pay me or show me the money. And he got up and left. But he could have quit after 3 points. He said, I don't have the money, and he left. He said, I'll come back. Never saw him again. But the idiot could have taken $300 from me and walked. All right, here we go.
He was greedy. He thought you were a customer.
He thought I would keep losing. He thought he was good. It was amazing that he won the 3 points. He was playing so bad. That's why I was really worried about getting paid. The guy didn't know the game at all. All right, it is 3 away, 9 away, and you're saying this is the lowest take point?
3 away, 9 away is the lowest take point in a 9-point match.
9-point match. Is more than 9 away? More than 3 away, 9 away. Okay.
3 away, 9 away is the
3
lowest
away,
take
9
point
away. Okay.
for the trailer.
I got you.
Yeah. And Alex says it's 16. I learned it's 17, but I mean, you got the picture. How do you know what's 16 and what's 17 when you look at the position?
Well, if it's a race, I can tell with the
Right.
teeth count.
In a race you can do it.
Only
yeah.
with a race
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
come that close.
Yeah.
There are some known positions, but nothing I know that's
So
17 or 16.
McGrill used to teach us like how do you get close to these numbers. So first of all, you think is it a small pass in money game? If it's a small pass, it might be
23%.
it might be a take. It might be about 19. And if it's a clear pass but not completely absurd, then maybe this is
16,
17. Something like
Very
this.
good.
Yeah.
That's a great way to do it. McGrill is such a genius.
And not only this, he was trying always to make it simple for the people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He was not overcomplicating. He was not coming up with some complicated formulas. He was always trying to be real, to help the people to understand. You know. Yeah.
That's why his book to this day is still a classic.
Yeah.
Even
And
though-
I think by the way, this is also what great on Tardieu's book, because it's all very simple. It's basically no formulas. Yeah. And it's really amazing for a guy who teaches math and is a mathematics professor that he is that natural in explaining, and not using formulas. Yeah,
That's great. I can't wait to read the book.
yeah.
Okay, Mochy has a very strong position right now in this game, and this is a lousy roll for Nadjib, but you're not going to see a cube real fast. This is a cube I would give for money.
Yeah,
But I'm not sure at this score.
Mochy had all the good rolls. He had a 6-5 and a double 3, and like 6-5,
yeah, this is-
5-1.
This is a money cube, but not a cube at this score.
I might have moved up because, I mean, you're not afraid of a 6-4, really, and you need to do something with your position. You're trailing so much. I mean, you can't play safe, you know. When you're playing safe and you're trailing, it means like you're committed to lose.
Alex, thank you for your remark. 2-way, 5-way, it's 17%. There, I know it's 17%. It's the lowest take point in a 5-point match. Okay.
Yeah, and this basically also, a 5-point match is also within a 9-point match, but
But it ties.
it looks like it ties,
Yeah, it's like a tie. 2-1. make the 8 come up. You don't really want to be on the 23 point. Oh, I know, I'm making the 10. I'm making the 10 point. Thank you, Mochy.
This is what Mochy does as well, I guess. Yeah.
That gives you the most builders. I really don't like that 20.
And also it makes a point.
Yeah.
Making points is just good.
Well, this makes
Yeah.
a point too, but I don't like the checker on the 23.
Right, and also it doesn't take care of the stack. This takes care of the stack. It's more field control,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it is a point. And the last checker is certainly better placed on the 24 than on the 23. Yeah. So going by arguments, going by points is 13-10 is best.
5-2. Now you come down, and now you do come up. You're not really supposed to come up into stacks, so. it's a
Right,
trick play.
and his idea is not to leave soon. His idea is to build and put up pressure because he has all these builders.
Well, this makes 2 points pretty easily.
Yeah. Now his idea would be to leave. Yeah. And now he's also very happy he wasn't on the 22 point because he would be toasted.
Bar point or the 4 point?
4 point. 4 point. You want to mirror the position. You want to equalize board strength. It's 2 blots. This is a downside, but if you get missed, yeah, you have high chances of making the bar point anyhow. There are more builders for the bar point than for the 4 point. Do what's harder to do, and also in a hitting contest, inner board points are more. See, Alex says the same. Nadjib's book is outstanding. I don't like math. I like what you say, Alex. Yeah. I think it's one of the best books ever in backgammon. And if his intention would to make money with the book, you know, he would publish instead of this book 7 books because there's enough content inside. It's 300 pages and it's packed with information, and it's written in such a lovely way that you want to read it in one afternoon. 2-3 could be a heavy 8.
It's going to be a heavy 8
Yeah,
because there's no other play.
yeah. Again, lack of alternative.
Pretty even game here. Very even.
Whoever's
game.
on roll is a favorite,
Oh,
right?
this is a favorite.
Yeah.
Making the 7 is a big thing here. You do not come up. There's no value in coming up. There is for Mochy, though. She would love a 1.
Mm-hmm.
2.
It's not really a lousy roll because he likes to have timing to keep control.
I don't think you give up the midpoint. I think you want that control. Good.
Yeah,
That's my play.
not giving up the midpoint is right for sure.
All prime versus primes are takes. If he doubles this, I'm grabbing it quickly. But I'm not sure he shouldn't double at this score. As a matter of fact, I would double at this score. I would give the cube.
Yeah, I mean, Mochy can never turn it back. Because when he would always see a 8 cube, so
If you're not going to be cube trigger happy at this score, when are you going to be trigger happy?
yes, when you have the lowest take point in a match, yeah,
There he
it
goes.
also
Yes.
indicates that your doubling window opens early.
All right,
Yeah.
this is an easy take for money, and I got to give Mochy credit here because it's not that gammonish.
Right, but like if he rolls any 6, he would probably lose his market. Rolling a 6 and not getting hit is losing it, and he really doesn't like to lose his market.
But almost all prime versus prime.
If their
are
gammons
takes.
are still alive, and gammons are alive in this position.
All right, Mochy would love a 1, or he'd love to make the bar. Double force is not
Making
good.
the ace
Make
point?
ace. I think you do. You
It
make
is a
the-
very good roll.
You make the ace, and
Yeah.
gives you time to roll that
One
one.
of the best rolls, I believe.
Gives you time to make the 1 point if he dances. Roll a 1.
Yeah.
Just bring 1 in.
Good for Nadjib.
4 down and 5 in. Okay, that's
yeah,
fine.
you certainly don't want to bring anything to the 3 because the ace you need on the other side.
Ah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Yes.
He's waiting for that ace. Uh-oh, the worst.
No, it's not the worst.
Well, it's bad.
But it did, first of all, it did something he wants to accomplish. This is like really bad, yeah. Any ace would have been fantastic. Any ace is still fantastic. Any ace is still fantastic.
Mochy did not get lucky here, but he's probably not getting gammon.
1-6 for who? For Nadjib?
Yeah, for Nadjib. It's on Nadjib's side of the board. They're not using the Bafaba.
Fantastic. He's a huge favorite
I'm
now.
not sure I wouldn't have slotted
Huge
I
favorite.
would have slotted the 8 point with the ace.
The merits of slotting is also you can spread blots, you can hit him like open, and you might get another checker, once you get hit, like playing for the gammon, yeah?
Yeah, I think he should have slotted the
Yeah,
8 with the ace
yeah.
there. I'm pretty confident
Extend the prime from the outside.
of that. Right, and he should still slot the
Now is a very great point to do this.
slot the 8 because you get a 6 cover that way
Yeah.
with the 4.
Yeah, and there are some chances
It's
you can.
thematic to slot the back of a 5 prime. Unless your opponent's, sometimes even if your opponent's on the edge, you still do it. So when he's not, it's for sure right to slot. He's afraid of the 1-6.
So natural is a 4.
There you
I
go.
agree, yeah,
Good
yeah.
play.
This is.
I thought he should have done it last time.
Maybe he hadn't set up his mind at that time, maybe he was just playing too fast, not aware of the position. So this is exactly what he wants to do, making
Right.
the prime and hitting loose,
Well,
hoping for
I
an
would-
ace and
I-
recirculation.
I wouldn't have hit loose. I don't like to hit off the ace. I like this play.
Really?
Yeah, I would. I don't.
I would have liked to hit.
Now I slot the 2. Oh, this is kind of ugly. Maybe you do hit loose
Yeah,
now.
yeah, but I think before it was way better. Before it was way better because you had more time.
Well,
But
now-
now you have to do it for sure.
Yeah, now he has to do because it's so
Yeah.
ugly to make the other play.
Yeah.
You're stacking too
7,
bad.
4, 5, 1.
Yeah.
That's a move, and he will do it. He just wants to make sure there's nothing wrong with it. He has a lot of time on his clock.
Can you read the clock?
Yes, I can read the clock. Right now he's on delay time. I tell you in a second.
Because Mochy.
I tell you in
used up a lot
7
of-
seconds. Mochy has 5 minutes and 8
Oh,
seconds.
he's got plenty of time.
And Nadjib has 8 minutes and 52 seconds.
Lots of time. Lots of time. All right, simple cover, come in. Don't come into the 6, because, no, now double 6 isn't bad.
Why? He brings 2 men in and he's safe.
No,
Ah,
this is safe. The other
Oh,
play
he
wasn't safe.
has only a 2 to play? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
see that. Okay, he has only a 2 to play. Yeah. It's not always necessary to play super safe. Sometimes you prefer better distribution or
No,
take
this
off.
is a time to play safe. He's not getting gammons. You don't leave yourself an anti-joker.
Okay.
It's clearly wrong to make the other play that he almost made. Here you just clear from the rear.
But it's just because there are no checkers in the outfield and he has a speed board. It could be different, like if he had like only the 6 and everything stack on the 6 and 5.
Oh,
and, yeah.
Yeah, it could be different. If the position was different, it would have been different.
Yeah,
And by the
sure.
way, if it was a different game, it might be different too. If they weren't playing backgammon, it might be a different play. I love it when I get sarcastic and you laugh.
Yeah.
You take it well. That's why I love you. You have a great sense of humor, and it's so hard to insult you.
Thank you for trying. You like challenges, right?
Right. Thank you, Alex. It was a double take according to XG,
Yeah.
which we thought also. Mochy took it very quickly. That was a pretty good sign that it was a take.
So, and now
Yeah.
it's a 7-point match.
No. He might win this game. He just
Really?
missed double 6s. Watch the
You
board.
think
Here.
you want to roll 2 more?
Go ahead. Watch. Boom. Unboom.
No,
Two ones.
I
Two
don't.
ones.
I don't want to see
Two
this
ones.
done to
Ah,
Nadjib.
there it is, there
I
it
don't
is.
want to see this done to Nadjib
Watch
now.
this. Watch this.
No, I don't want to see it.
Watch and learn.
Come on, Mochy, don't do it.
And a 1 and a double.
Be fair, you didn't
Okay,
deserve it,
that's it.
right?
All right.
Yeah. So it's a 7-point match. With a 4-point lead for Mochy. Yeah.
7 away, 3 away, about 62%. 62.3, I think. According to the Simborg Rockwell table. I just insulted Rockwell.
How is John doing? David. David.
David's a great guy. He's doing lots of things, but he's got some health issues. He hasn't been feeling well lately.
Oh.
If you're watching, David, we're rooting for you. And of course, I've said this several times, Carter, get better. Cyprus is very quiet without you.
It's true. Everything is quiet without it.
Right. And I also want to say this tournament is honoring 2 other people that passed away with special events, Jan Rousseau and Emil Mortak, 2 wonderful people who came here a lot. And there are special events in their name, in their honor. As we get older, we lose more and more greats.
Yeah, also Gérard de Rus, he is not mentioned here, but he is one of the great personalities from the Romandis, the French part of Switzerland. He was here several times. There's actually the Rus rule for money games. Have you ever heard about that?
No.
It means when you play with autos and you got a pass, it's an auto the next time again.
Say that again?
So if you play with autos in a money game,
Yeah.
and you get a pass, it stays on 2 for the next game.
Oh, if the cube gets passed, if it's not taken.
Yeah. This is the Rus rule. I like the
love
Rus
that.
rule.
This guy likes
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
That's an action
He
guy.
was a fantastic gambler, and the Rus rule is really cool. It should be
Wow.
part of every money game.
Well, I don't like autos. I don't like autos to begin with. But I'll tell you something that I've added to all my money games, the Simborg rule. If you're in the box and you dance on a 1-point board, you get a point from everybody.
Nice.
We do it in all of our chouettes now, and it's fun. I love it. There's a couple of people who don't like it, who hate it, and I'm sorry they feel that way. I think it's a little bit of a reward for something terrible that happens. And like you said, it's equal for everybody. It's fun.
So now back to the game. What happened here? Mochy has a 6-3. The 3 he entered, it's about a 6. This looks right. 3-5. He can hit in many ways. He can double hit and he can make a hit and a point. Hitting and point is very often better than the double hit.
Didn't used to be. Making the ace point was always wrong in the old days.
Yeah.
That's another way the game has changed. So Mochy making the anchor, I think, a lot because of the score. It might have been interesting to hit or come across and not make the anchor.
That's a good roll. He can make 2 great points.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling Nadjib is coming back in this match.
Well, he has been. Last couple of games.
Yeah.
You continue. That's
Yeah,
me.
Mochy thinks the same.
Mochy thinks the same. You
Yeah.
continue.
He's been hanging out with you and he understands the game now.
The truth is, we have been hanging out a lot the last year or two in various places, and it's been fun.
Yeah.
And I'm spending a lot of time with Mochy lately too, and David Wells, and Zuki. I hope some of it's rubbing off on me a little bit. Some of that greatness.
At least some percentages is rubbing
For
off
some
on you.
reason, those guys like playing with me. I don't know what it is. I think it's my personality.
Yeah. They like the challenge.
I think they
Like the challenge.
Yeah, and they're always wearing headphones. One down, let's go. It sounds like Michelle Lamotte with Phil. No, it's Toby. Tobias. Tobias Hellweg. Michelle Lamotte is a really great guy and a very good commentator, but he's not as much fun as Toby. I'm sorry. I love Michelle. It's Toby.
Oh, Julie. Hello.
Julie from Monte Carlo fame.
Yeah. Julie is a key figure in the French
Oh.
Federation.
When I hear her voice in Monte Carlo, it's just so pleasant.
Absolutely. The whole personality
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
yeah.
she's terrific. She's terrific.
She did so much for the game. Always there. So, Nadjib is certainly
He's poised to double
In
soon.
the-
He's poised to double.
exactly.
Winning the race, winning in position.
If he doesn't get hit
He
now,
doesn't get hit now. And it's a cube, especially at the scoring.
is there anything really bad for Nadjib? I don't see it. 6-5 may no 6-5 is a pointing number is
Yeah.
great. 6-4, I think everything plays well.
There are some rolls that leave an outside indirect. That's about it. I think it's
So-
clearly a double, and I'm not sure it's a take.
I'm with you, Phil.
How's the race? It's not that good.
It's
that
not,
close.
it's not that good, yeah.
passed.
It's not that good.
He passed. Good double.
Good accomplishment for Nadjib. 6 away, 3 away.
yeah. Don't you know when to quit, Nadjib? You're playing Mochy. Come on. But the longer this match goes, the more I get to watch one of my favorite heroes of all time play.
I can give you a prediction. You will see more and more from Nadjib.
Okay. How old is he? He's not an old man either.
No, not at all. I don't know exactly. I would say he's in his 50s.
Uh-huh. That's young for a backgammon.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, what's the crowd like here? And I think there are a lot of really nice people, a lot of terrific people, a lot of old friends. But there's a bunch of people here I'd hate to be caught in an alley with. Hate to run into them in a dark alley. With some of these
So 2-1. This looks a little bit like a slot to me. 6-5. This is more and more often. I mean, this is a very active way to improve your position.
people. So you might have slotted there, huh?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
You need those points, and the only spares they come all from the 6. So you better slot. If you have no natural spares to make the points,
And now you better
slotting
hit.
is a great concept.
Now you have to hit.
Absolutely.
Down and hit.
Yeah.
Because there's no other logical good play. And hit.
Yeah.
Some people would make the higher anchor, but you're supposed to attack a blot.
I think very few people would anchor high here.
Double hit? Double hit? Mochy, can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, he can see it.
Let me go out and
He
tell
can
him.
see it.
I'm
and,
gonna go tell him.
I think he will do it. The alternative is only like 13-10, 11-8 he won't do because it's now 3 stacks. He doesn't like that. So again, that's the only play left.
3 is big here. 4 or 5 coming in with 2 is also very good. Mochy would like to hit and point,
Yeah.
and he does if he wants. No,
Yeah, absolutely.
well, he makes the
5 point.
He makes the 5 point, sure. Quickly. You know why? Because it's the 5 point.
No, because it's the best option.
Splitting here.
Slotting.
I'm splitting. You're slotting. And I'm
slotting.
splitting. You're slotting and I'm splitting.
I mean, you want to develop a position.
Well, I don't like the 1-4 game. So slot or split, huh?
Yeah, you can change it when there's a roll for it, but why you
Wow.
want to spread blots?
That's my play right there.
Okay,
That's my play.
okay. If
What if
you
he
play it
doesn't-
and a G plays it, it must be certainly a good move, but
It has to be in the top 10.
it's probably in the top 2.
And now you cover. Or you make the bar. I'm covering. It's close between covering and making the bar.
Many blots always want to be primed, and he has not much to attack, so I must be very right to make the bar. I think it's very right to make the bar. I think it's a big difference.
Really?
Yeah.
I like this play. Oh, play C.
Yeah, leaving a double shot and having. I mean, you really want to make the bar. You really want to make the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, Mihai is reporting us that Nadjib played a perfect game last game.
So did I. Strange as it seems, I might come out here. I might come out with those two, only because I don't like burying checkers so much.
And what are your other twos? You want to go all the. You won't go all the way, right? You need the outfield point at least. If you go out, you go to the 16, yeah, and you keep staying at the 16.
Yes. I don't like losing outfield control. I don't like going too deep. I go to the 16. And the other two, I'll make the 3-point.
It could be also 3-point and 2-point. I like the 3-point, and I'm not so sure if 13-8 both is right or if it's like.
Completely lost outfield control here. I don't like this at all.
Well, but this is tribute to the role, you know. The position is just not that great. You can't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. You have to sacrifice one thing on the position.
Wow. This is a very aggressive cube at this score. I think he has to take it at this score.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine he is not covering the guy on the 3.
Gotta take this cube. Monstrous recube vig. Huge. What's Mochy's recube take point? God, that's something I would have some trouble figuring.
First of all, let's figure out his bad rolls. Let's figure out what is bad and what gives counterplay to
Anything
Nadjib.
that isn't a 2 or a 4 or a 9 is a bad roll. A 10, I mean, 2, 4, or 10.
Well, basically, he has two things to do. He has to go out and he has to cover a point.
That's
yeah?
why it's a take.
And this is why I say it's a take, because when you have two things to do, there's enough room for a take.
Yes, he took it. Great. I want to see how this game plays out. I didn't like that cube from Mochy. I really didn't like the cube. 3 down. Down, that's it. Whoop.
What is he thinking?
I don't know what he's thinking.
Well, cover was sure. Then making the 10-point is also sure. And you can think about the last one, but why leave the blot in the outfield?
Right,
You know, it
right.
can only be trouble later or right away.
This is a very, very bad roll for Nadjib.
Probably stepping up because you need something to move. 23, 21, and starting a new point on the 2.
Yeah, I make the Pasco play. I hit and slot the 2. I play Bazuki. Banzai, Bazuki, full out. Samurai, Kamikaze, Bloody.
That's a role he needed before.
Yep. Mochy's position sure looks good. It looks like he had a great cube, doesn't it?
Well, he rolled double 3s and got missed, you know.
Yeah.
That's what happened. We have to see this. I mean, if Nadjib rolled an ace or a
Yeah.
small double, or if Mochy hasn't rolled double 3s, the whole position would look way different, you know. It's not, we haven't seen like an average sequence. We have seen a very positive sequence for Mochy. And I would say an under average sequence for Nadjib.
Yeah. You nailed it. Very good. This game ain't over, but it doesn't look good for Nadjib.
Not at all. Not at all, but still.
I still want to know the recube take point for Mochy at the score. I think it's 33%. It's 6 away, 3 away.
I think, it's for Mochy. He will play safe, yeah. It's the only way to play safe. 5-2. This would have been it before.
It's a very good roll, though,
Yeah.
to be able to hold his board.
Still good.
I would keep it going.
I'm not sure. I mean,
only-
improving the board is worth a lot.
Mochi's only going to hit that checker if he wants to, and if he can cover, and if it's,
Yeah, but he made already the improvement he wants to do. I mean, he
Well-
did something.
here's a bad roll for Mochi. There it is. It's a blot.
And now he's very happy he used the 2 for making his board stronger.
Yeah, he has to clear the 8.
And a 4 will change the whole game, probably.
The whole match.
The whole match.
What is the recube take point? Come on, Alex.
He could even, yeah.
3 away, 6 away. I think it's 33%. Could this be a recube?
It could be, because, I mean, he looks very bad when he loses points. It's like Crawford.
Yeah, and it wipes out gammons.
Crawford say 6 away.
Wipes out gammons.
Exactly. I like the cube. I like his thinking.
I like his thinking too.
I like his thinking.
Obviously, Mochi would take.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a favorite, you have to take a cube.
All right, here's the other thing. I think if you were
There's
Mochi,
another thinking?
Yes,
There's
if you're
another-
Mochi, you would not want to get this cube. You would be hoping he doesn't recube.
Yeah, but how can he pass when he's favorite in the game?
No, you can't pass, but you knew you didn't want
Yeah,
to see the cube.
yeah,
You knew
yeah.
this might cost
This
you
is
the
a
match.
sexy Nadjib double. I know this cube from him.
And a flunk. But Mochi, even though Mochi may have thought it wasn't a cube, he doesn't like it.
So this makes transposes the 6 point to the ace point and slots the 6 point again. I think he has to do this. He wants to still keep maximum contact.
I think you're right. I think this is the wrong idea. I think your
Yeah.
idea is right. Now, how do you win this game? Ask yourself that. Your play, you have some winning.
Yeah, also
Play.
the rolls to make the 4 point are so
Yeah.
annoying. See,
You-
double 3 would be a really bad roll otherwise. Really bad roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not like the double 5 play.
Yeah.
Come on, Mochi. That
I mean-
part's forced. That's
In
forced.
such a position, you need to maximize contact. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet you that Mochi will not recube here.
Would it be legal?
That's what I wonder.
Would
I
it be
haven't-
legal?
Nobody's answered that question for me. I got to ask Arda. If you're playing non-legal moves, would a dead cube recube be acceptable or not? In the United States, it isn't.
I think, yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. I think we've been together on a tournament in Peoria, if you remember, and there was a thing like that, and it was illegal to
In
redouble.
the
for
United
the-
States, but according to the new rules, and according to Arda's rules, where he's playing responsible moves, can you double a dead cube?
Is this responsible to double this? It's not only illegal, but it's also irresponsible.
Well, how about if the guy passes?
Both are forfeited.
Yeah, right.
It's a double forfeit.
In the meantime, he's a little afraid to slot here because getting hit and coming in,
Yes.
he crash.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's wrong to slot. Absolutely.
Well, it's pretty.
Mochy is not a bad player, I tell you that.
I'm learning that he's okay.
Sometimes he makes your moves, sometimes he makes mine, and sometimes he makes his.
So the verdict says it was not a cube, but if you're playing Mochi.
And I think the concept of the cube is right. I mean, maybe technically
Oh,
it was not one, but
I would
the
bet-
concept is, I mean, it's with the 4, I think very often you lose your market, you know, and
I would bet that it's not a
Hope-
cube, but I'm glad he did it. I think, and I might have done it too against
Yeah.
Mochi. Might have done it too. Some bad rolls here. That's not one of them. That's a great roll.
so he's hoping for something with a 1, but not 1-1,
Why not?
because it leaves him even at the end.
Oh, you say
Yeah, like
Najib was
4-1,
hoping.
5-1,
Yeah.
6-1.
I
yeah,
thought you were
yeah.
saying, Najib was hoping for the one, yes. I was putting myself in Mochi's shoes here.
Yeah.
This match is probably history. And I give Nadjib credit for playing with great heart and fighting all the way, and I don't think he played badly either.
And he is dancing. There are numbers. Look at that. No. He must dance again. To maintain a chance, he has to dance. He's coming in.
He shakes his
He's
hand.
shaking hand, yeah. This is a true
I'm
gentleman.
going to go congratulate Mochy. We'll
Yeah.
see you tomorrow for the finals. Mate, are we streaming anything besides the finals tomorrow at 1400?
Not before that.
Nothing before that. We may have